Alright, testing. Yeah, it's working. Alright, why am I not in it? Alright, here we go. Perfect. Awesome. Good. So here we go. We have a program here. I have a factory IO here. What we're gonna do here is you press start. I actually want this this whole conveyor here to start. I want this conveyor to start working. This uh, part part making thing here. Base emitter. It's gonna start feeding parts out to the conveyor, and basically I want it to off. And once it hits this sensor over here on the lid that place, once it hits that, it's gonna know that I have a part here, and it's gonna activate this robot. It's gonna move and grab it, and this laser right here is gonna detect the parts right under it. So that's like a confirmation saying that I'm good to pick it up. So what it's gonna do is gonna pick it up. Um, I don't think this is a um, RFID version. I think it's just gonna pick up every single part and put it onto the right. And once you put it onto the right, it's gonna basically keep on going. This is good for real life practice because you do have a lot of robots picking up parts, and most of the time it's based on a vision where it detects what kind of part it is based on the types, the recipe that you're running. That's how they know which part you're running. For example, you have like a left and right type of whatever you're running. You probably only want the right to be on the right conveyor and the left on the left conveyor, and it's gonna keep the next automation process. So technically, this is gonna be one whole block controlled by one PLC with a big program just to, I guess, to detect what type of part it is to put into the right conveyor, so we'll proceed on to the next uh, automation process. So for now, I think my software is my program is just gonna pick up every part and throw it to the right side. So according to the program, we have an auto mode where the lid is at place. It's gonna start a shift left register, and I have a little function block that I created. The sequential for robot starting. It's gonna start the robot, and I have steps that I made. Uh, Go inside this function block. You can see that once I get the start, I'm gonna move a hex 1 into the word sorting tags robot steps, and this is I think it's just a 16-bit one word. So I have total of, if I had 16 bits, then I have a total of 16 moves that I can do, or 16 output that I can make happen. It could be, step 1, which is X0. It could be, activate the robot. Step 2, basically X1, and it could be go down on the z-axis and pick up. And you gotta remember, on the automation world, step 1 is always bit 0. You gotta remember 0 is an output or input in the PLC world, because based on the bits you have 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 15. So that kind of confuses people sometimes when people say step 1, but they're actually starting on bit 0, because people forget that 0 is actually, you know, is actually a output too, or input, whichever that you're working on. So always remember that 0 is, a number in the PLC, which is the first bit in any word or input card or output card. So we're gonna start out. I have a problem. I haven't added a stop function. So whenever I press start, let's go ahead and try it. Alright, we're gonna minimize this, and I want to make sure I'm still streaming. Am I still streaming? Saying I have some kind of, I have a bit rate problem. What's going on? It's saying I have a bit rate problem. Anyway, whatever. I'm just gonna keep on. Okay. Alright, well, I'm still online, so that's a good thing. Alright, so my problem right now is I don't have a stop function. Whenever I press start, it don't stop the line. So right here, we're gonna go over here, press start, it's on, and I want to make sure I have some audio, and I can turn it down a little bit. Okay, so whenever I press stop, nothing happens. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a stop function on my first network here. So this is basically when I press start right here, you can see on the start right here, it'll turn on into a SR flip-flop, which is a flip-flop saying that, if something activates right here, it's gonna latch it on and turn on whatever I put onto the output. And this base conveyor is gonna come on, list conveyor is gonna come on, and my start light is gonna come on. So if I press, I actually had an e-stop over here, so it'll work this time. So I press the e-stop, that'll kill it. If I press the start, it'll come on. So it's basically like a latch. Allen Bradley didn't like to use latching, but Siemens, we just use the flip-flop. It makes it so much easier. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a stop right under here. So if we press stop, we want it to turn on, to turn off everything, turn off this flip-flop, and makes the stop light come on. So what we're gonna do is go under here, we're gonna add another line, we're gonna do a little open contact and add stop. Now I already have all my tags set up. My tags on the factory IO is all in here. So all my stop, my IO, my input output, I already defined all of them or where they're supposed to be at, and these are the actual input and output. These are not internal input output. So I have my stop right here on input I 1.4. So right here, 1.4. And as you can see, I already have it set up right here. So we're gonna latch that with all the rest of these two. So latch it up, and we're gonna add it right here. And I think this is a normally open. I'm not sure. If it's not, it might be. Oh no, this is a normally closed. You see that? See how I haven't impressed on it yet? See that? So basically, I don't want to do that because that's gonna basically stop the line every time. So you need to kind of be careful with with your buttons, make sure you know if it's a normally open or normally closed. Um, and in my case, this is a normally closed button. So we're going to change this to a normally closed, like that. Download it again. Alright, see how it's not activated unless I press on it. Alright, so we're going to do that. We're going to press play. I'm going to press start. It's going to come on. My conveyor comes on. My lids conveyor come on. Basically everything's working, but I don't have my, when I press stop, I want this light to turn on. And as you can see, there's no light coming on. So whenever this happens, you want to, you could define, what is on and what is off. Basically, you can add another line in here saying that, if stop is activated, just turn on the light. So for this, our stop light, where it's at is on it's an output. So it's on Q1.3 right here. So what I want to do is I want to add a new logic down here saying that, if I have a stop is on, my stop is on, and let's say, and let's say that conveyor is not on. So we're gonna say, the conveyor is not on. This conveyor, if that's not on, and my base conveyor is not on. If all of that is true, and my stop is activated once, then I want to turn on the stop light. But if I leave it like this, it's just going to come on one time. I'll show you what I mean. I have to latch this to let it stay on. So let's say if I do this, see how it come on only one time? If you look at the logic over here compared to this, we want it to stay on all the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this output whenever it comes on. We're going to latch it. And this is Alan Bradley's favorite way of latching. We want to put an open contact, and we're going to close it up all the way over here. We're going to say stop light. Alright, so let's download that and try it out. Now watch this. Now it's going to stay on. But, it's not going to turn off anymore. If I press start, it's going to stay on. So how do we fix that? Alright. Easy. So basically, if, I could add another function right here, another logic bit in here saying that if my start button is pressed, then basically just cancel this whole green line right here. So this whole green will stop, if my start button is not pressed. So if I press the start button, it'll basically cancel the whole latch. Like right here, watch this. Start, turn it off. But if I press stop, and my start is not pressed, it'll basically turn everything on. Like that. So that's how you add a bunch of inputs to basically define all of your requirement to basically turn on something. And this is the most basic of basic that you need to learn when you code automation on PLC. It doesn't matter if it's Siemens, Allen Bradley, Omron, it's pretty much all the same thing. So as you can see, it's working. If I press the E stop, it works as well. but you know, I don't have my stop lit up. So if I want the stop to be lit up, even if the e-stop is on, what I could do is, you know, add a or in here with the e-stop. And what we got right here is, let's see, still on. Mm-hmm. I don't have it last name. Alright, sorry about that. Kids interrupted me. Okay, so we're gonna start again. So basically, if I press the E-stop, I want this light to be lit up too, right? So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna say, you know, if this E-stop is pressed, like that, you know, we want to turn on the stoplight as well. So we're gonna basically add an or under the stop. So it's gonna be either stop is pressed or E-stop is pressed. You know, this light will be on if all of these conditions are met. So we're gonna put a under right here. We say no to close, E-stop, and put it right under the stop, just like that. Now check it out. It's gonna be either stop, cancel that on start, or I can press E-stop. Pretty cool, huh? So that's how you use all of your inputs to basically determine what something should come on based on what the requirement. So all of these need to be true to make this come on. So yeah, that's pretty much how you deal with input and output and how to kind of manipulate them around. So let's hit start. So let's go ahead and try it out, see what this program does. Gonna turn this grid emitter on, and we're gonna see what it does. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had a manual mode or an auto mode. So this won't work unless I'm in auto mode. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on the auto mode. We're gonna press start. We're in auto mode, and I have an auto mode a whole function block right here. Remember that. And we're gonna monitor it. So if I put on manual mode, it's pretty much not going to be activated. This whole function block. This is almost like a interlock in a way. Interlock meaning it only comes on if something tells it it comes on. So we're gonna try this. And we're gonna do this. Alright, 1 second. Alright, okay. So we're gonna turn on auto. Alright, we're gonna press start. We're gonna add a part on it. We're gonna see what it does. Ah, this skip ball, man. Let me stop.